Life's a party, life's always a party, let's go!
What's up, guys? This is Life's a Party, the best podcast in Stratford, New Jersey.
I did hear that. It is climbing the Spotify charts. It's skyrocketing out there, man. I'm excited. Ready for episode 1, Paul?
Absolutely. This is our first episode, so thank you for coming back or joining us for the first time.
Why do you always say absolutely?
I like it. I like the word. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Feeling good, looking good, doing it.
It's like your absolutely is like my let's go. And I got to get rid of that because I'm not liking it.
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's go.
Okay, so first we're going to start the first episode by shouting out our boy, Matt Mayer. So he's a friend of both of ours, and he's been really great. He actually designed the logo for us for the... Oh, God!
So Paul's dog's down here in the basement, and we're just recording it, so we're authentic, man. His dog Harley just wants to play some tennis ball games, so we're letting her down here, roam the basement, and we're shooting the podcast. So it is what it is. If you hear a couple barks, you hear a couple barks. What can I say?
Yeah.
So Matt Mayer designed our logo. Dude's very creative. I pretty much sketched out what I had an idea of what our logo was supposed to be or how I wanted it, how I saw it through my mind. And then he really made it came to life, so props to him. He's got a bright future, and we appreciate the logo 100%, Matt.
So yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Thanks, Matt. And to start off our first episode, our first topic of the day is we're going to be discussing last week's film that we told you all to watch.
Hamilton!
So hopefully you watched it. And Hamilton.
It's Paul's baby. He loves Hamilton.
I mean, I love Hamilton. I like the theater. And
absolutely. Absolutely love Hamilton.
Oh, man. And so we're going to break down the film a little bit, just talk about it. It's a huge cultural phenomenon. And I'm glad that you watched it. And you're not really in the theater, but...
I've seen shows on Broadway. Here's my thing, though.
What?
I'm going to get into this. So, I know you love Hamilton. It's your thing. Theater all the way. Theater through high school. So as I'm putting on the show, and I knew we were going to review it for the podcast, so as I'm putting on the movie Hamilton, in my head, I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to play devil's advocate and view this movie and just point out everything that went wrong and just be on the other side. I'm like, all right, this part wasn't good. I'm like looking for the details on how I can get under your skin about how Hamilton wasn't good. But the bottom line is it's fucking amazing. It's so good.
So good.
I literally can't play devil's advocate because it was so good.
For the record, if you ever watch a movie, don't go in assuming like anything you're saying. Hey, like I'm ready to pick out all the.
No, because I did want to get after you, and I wanted to be the other side and play devil's advocate, but I couldn't. It was just so good.
Yeah, Hamilton's phenomenal, and that's why it deserves all the praise that it gets. I'm glad you watched it. As you said, so you're not really into Broadway or like that type of stuff, but you have seen a Broadway show, right?
Yes, Paul. I've seen a Broadway show.
This is for the podcast. I'm trying to get you in the audience. What show have you seen?
The Lion King.
Okay, no, that's definitely a good intro to theater. That's a great intro to theater. If you haven't seen a Broadway show, obviously you should see one. I've seen, I think I counted, I have it on my phone, it's about like 22 or 23 Broadway shows. So, I mean, I just love the theater. If you haven't seen, go support your local theater, for sure. But Hamilton, first things off the bat, Ryan, what do you want to talk about?
So, I think when they were casting for this show, that they just got every best singer in the entire world and just put them in the play. Like, the best singers I've ever heard in my entire life are in this play. The Schuyler sisters? Oh my, they are the steal of the show.
They are.
I started off watching, I'm like, all right, this is a little slow. I mean, I'm not knowing how I'm going to feel about this. Then the Schuyler sisters came on, stole the show. The most talented women on entire earth. They're singing high octaves, then they're going to rapping, just flowing. I mean, they're the most talented people. They stole the show. When the Schuyler sisters came on, I was glued to the TV.
No, I absolutely... I really like them, just like back and forth. Their relationship with Hamilton, obviously.
The one scene, my favorite song is, what is it? What we were talking
about.
That,
Helpless?
Helpless. Helpless is my favorite song by far. Best scene in the whole movie, the play. I just love that whole scene building up to like Hamilton's wedding. It's literally the best scene in the whole Broadway show.
So, I like how he gets married, right? And then... I mean, I knew about this. I saw Hamilton in Philadelphia in September. I saw a touring cast of it. And I heard about it before. And, like, if you know the music, you kind of get the gist. But Satisfied, which is right after Helpless, right? So one sister sings Helpless, and then you go into Satisfied, and basically Satisfied literally plays the entire scene of Helpless over again. So they rewind the whole thing, and then they go back to her sister.
Yeah.
Like, it goes back to Angelica's view of that whole scenario
that part's so dope.
of her sister getting married, how she's giving up the love of her life, supposedly, and it showcases both sisters, like, phenomenally.
Yeah, I told you, I was driving on the way over here. I had the Hamilton album bumping in my car. I took an extra lap just to hear Helpless again to get to your house. I swear to God, true story.
Amazing.
Took another lap just to hear Helpless again.
Dude, I'm surprised. I'm glad you like it.
No, but here's the couple negatives I had about it.
Okay.
Gotta go into my notes here. So, like, my grandmother, she's a big Broadway person.
Okay.
But for the elderly people, they can't keep up. I could barely keep up with, like, what's going on at certain parts. So I think it's, like, you can very easily check out. And,
yeah,
like, as me, is like, I'm in the Broadway and stuff like that, but at points it was like, okay, I can go on my phone. It's like, I'm not really glued to this part or whatnot. But, so I can understand how people don't really understand what's going on at some parts, or, like, just keeping track of the storyline, because sometimes the storyline's kind of hard to track just because the lyrics.
Yeah.
I mean, the lyrics are so creative and incredible on how Lin-Manuel just wrote it, and he's the lead guy in it. Like, come on, that's epic. But it's just sometimes it is confusing to watch and understand what's going on.
No, I agree with you. What's hard about it is, like, this obviously is a film production of the stage show. So when you're in a normal theater and you're on Broadway, your phone is completely turned off. You have to be glued into the scenario. And I agree, like, very fast paced, music is very fast. Sometimes because they're rapping, you might not be able to hear every word exactly. To, I guess, like, rebuttal that a little bit, basically, my stepfather, Wally, we saw it in, as I said, we just saw it in September in Philadelphia, and he's a huge history buff. And he was like, "Oh, it's rap music?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh,
See,
I
like,
don't
he's
know."
someone where I would think he would get lost.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
And not know what the hell's going on.
So we were watching it, and then I remember coming out of it, and I talked to him, I'm like, how'd you follow along? Like, you know, what were your thoughts, etc.? And he's like, no, like, he's like, you just have to be really glued to it. He said, I thought maybe I'd miss a word or two, and he's like, I guess I did, but I was still able to follow it really well, and because it was so entertaining in a lot of other aspects as well, that missing a word or two didn't really bother him, and that he could still pay attention to the story and still follow along.
Well, that's because he knows history. Me, on the other hand, I'm like, who the hell is Thomas Jefferson? Is
You
he
don't
running
know
for
who
president?
Thomas Jefferson? Okay, that's the problem, man. It's the third president.
Or Burr?
Yeah, do you know the famous duel? So, like, the famous duel that the movie's based, like, not the movie, but the story and, like, what's Hamilton's legacy, as he talks about in the film and in the stage production. Basically, Hamilton's really known, Hamilton and Burr, because neither of them were presidents. Hamilton's more of a founding father, but neither of them were presidents, and that was their historical legacy, is that duel that happens at the end of the production.
I don't know much about Burr, but I do know my guy, Leslie Odom, is the GOAT. I have his vinyl Christmas album. Check it out. I think it's called, I don't know what it's called. It's either Last Christmas, Winter Christmas, something. Check out Leslie Odom's Christmas album. Anyway, that was a side note. He's the GOAT.
No, I think Burr, a lot of people will do this, like, say this as well. I mean, Leslie Odom Jr. won the Tony for the male lead, whatever the...
Dude, there were so many Tony winners from this play.
Yeah, I mean, I think it won, I don't know.
Lynn won, like, 45, I think it was.
I mean, he won for all the music stuff, because he did write
everything.
He did write it and did the music for it. Like, the book, the lyrics, and the music.
So he wrote those rap lyrics, everything.
Yeah, it's all him.
How long did that take?
It was he said he goes back and forth, but he goes anywhere from 6 to 7 years that he took him to write this musical.
What about Kristaps?
Who?
Kristaps. What's his name from Frozen?
Oh,
Isn't he Kristoff?
Kristoff.
No. Kristoff.
Jonathan Groff, who plays King George.
Dude killed it. It was a little weird to start. I was like, what is going on here? But that dude's got some pipes.
I really like seeing...
How's it go? How's this song go?
You'll be back?
Yeah. Give us a little... I'll do the one part. I forget how it goes. Just give me a little beat.
He's like, you'll be back like before. I will fight the fight. It's win the war.
Wait, what is it?
Ba-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Yeah, he's phenomenal.
Dude, I was practicing that part in the car to do it on the podcast, and I can't think of
You
it.
can't think of the music.
I'm pulling it up. You keep talking about.
He's really cool. I think you might know obviously.
Why do he spit so much when he sings?
Jonathan Groff from he's the voice of Kristoff in Frozen, so a lot of people know his voice. But he's a really famous actor, really coming up, and his King George, everyone was blowing up.
Everyone was getting soaked in the crowd. He spit everywhere when the camera was like zoomed in. He's just spitting everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, if you are an actor or if you ever worked on the stage, a lot of time I saw a production of School of Rock, and I was on the first row, so I could literally touch the stage. Really cool atmosphere, and you can see
you
all
actually
the
touched
spit.
the stage.
Yeah, it was a little touching it,
Wow, that's a
you
little
can
weird.
see all the spit off the actors. You know what I mean? It's over gestured.
That's another thing. I didn't think the camera did the play justice.
You don't?
I didn't like the camera work of the Hamilton play.
Okay, like what specifically from it?
I would just rather have like more wide.
You would rather see.
I
the
pay
full
attention
thing?
to like the background dancers. Like I'm very particular about looking at what's going on in the outside scene, but it was just everything was just zoomed in. I felt like.
No, I think it's hard. I've seen
I can't find a song.
another musical on Disney Plus is
85 million songs on this thing. I'm scrolling for days.
is Newsies, and Newsies is a really cool show as well. But they filmed that, and that was from Disney. But I'm pretty sure Disney actually filmed that one. It's hard because if you're in a stage, or if you're sitting in the audience, you can pick out what angle you want to look at. You're like, oh, I really like this ensemble member. I want to look at them. Or hey, the light focuses on our lead character, but there's also stuff going on in the background. So you can kind of choose what you want to look at. Where a film is really telling you what to look at. But the nice thing about it was that the director of the production, I think his name's Tommy Gale.
Tommy boy.
Thomas Cale. So he was the director of the actual stage production on Broadway, and he directed the filmed version as well. So he could still portray like what he wanted to, and he was in charge of it. So I thought that was really good. I agree with you to an extent a little bit. I thought there were a lot of parts where I was like, okay, this is where the camera should be, but sometimes you're like, oh, what's going on over there? There's a lot going on in the show. So.
Overall, it was phenomenal. It was so good.
Is that your? Is there any other bad things?
Bad thing. Let's see. I don't think that's all the bad thing. I wrote not always know what the hell is going on. That's what it says in my notes. Other than that, I just wish my boy Leslie Odom had better songs. Like his voice is so like beautiful,
dude.
I really don't think the songs that he got to sing really let him show his talent.
No way, dude.
Yes way.
Dude.
Yes way.
He has amazing.
Absolutely.
I think he's like the best songs in the show. He's got. That's Johnny Groff.
I know.
No,
that's one of the best songs.
Yeah, I mean we're not talking about him.
Dude, I gotta find this song.
He's got Wait For It.
Whoever didn't do their homework.
Leslie Odom Jr. has Wait For It, which I really like. Room Where It Happened is one of the best numbers in the show by far. And
that's good.
He can dance insanely good. And that whole story is really cool. I really like the idea of how they chose the capital.
What's Kristoff's song called?
You'll Be Back. The first one is.
Oh, there
so
it
you
is.
look at the top.
I'll put it up to my mic when I get to that part. You can keep talking.
But only the rides that we were trying to play the soundtrack. No, I really loved it a lot.
Alright, here we go. I'm getting a little... Stop talking, Paul. It's coming up.
Are we allowed to play this? I don't know if I'm playing.
Comes the show.
And he was doing the elbows. Or the shoulders. Stop playing. We can't afford it.
I didn't even think about
That's
that.
why I said that. I said I don't know if we can play it. But he had, really.
I'll talk to Lynn. He'll let us play that on here.
Really comedic character in Jonathan Groff.
Alright, you go. I'm done.
No, you're good. You're good, man. There's, all the actors. Yeah. That's what I gotta stop talking about.
All right. What's your last? Give me a roundup on this.
Roundup. I really enjoyed the show. I'm glad that it was filmed, and I wish more Broadway productions could be filmed. I don't know what the logistics are about that, but I wish more Broadway shows could be filmed after their Broadway run. So if their Broadway run's completely done,
yeah, because they gotta make money.
Exactly. So if they've completely milked their funds and they have a film production that they can try to get more funds from it, pay the actors a little bit more, pay the production a little bit more, bring in some revenue for them, as well as showcase high quality Broadway theater to like a more easy audience via obviously Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, or Disney Plus. So
what do you rate it?
Hamilton.
Let the people know. 1 through 10. Figure state and score.
9.5 out of 10.
9.5. It's a rookie number.
How's that rookie? It's a point number.
Yeah, it's a 5 though. It's a 0.5. It's a rookie number.
I said 9.5. Oh, if it's because it's even? He does like even numbers.
All right, I'm going 9.2. Great film. Definitely check it out. You should have did your homework. Going on to the next topic?
Yeah. All right, cool. So this is more Ryan's speed with sports.
My speed. Everything's in my speed. I just crushed that Hamilton review.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, that's definitely crushing it.
All right, so in the sports world, sports news, Washington Redskins are looking to have a name change. According to Adam Schefter of ESPN, Washington is planning to have no Native American imagery, per league source. So I thought it'd be a cool idea. I mean, obviously, the reason for the name change is because some consider it a racial slur or whatnot. I don't want to get into that, but we thought it'd be cool to come up with 2 new names. I'm all over the place right now.
You're good. No, you're good, bro. We're coming up with new names.
Absolutely. We're absolutely gonna come up with 2 new names. I don't think Paul did. Did you come up with 2 names or just me?
Okay, so Ryan's gonna say his name suggestions, and I try to come up with some of my own. Ryan did take one of mine.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, we'll do whatever. He's got some name suggestions, and then I'll talk about some possibilities that, like, what are the front runners for the new name right now. So, right. Ryan, what do you got?
First suggestion. Playing the New York Giants this Sunday. 1 o'clock kickoff. The Washington Warhawks. Nothing?
I don't know. Yeah.
You don't like the Warhawks?
No, I liked it. I mean, but when I saw it for the first time on our outline here, I said, okay. I was like, yeah.
Well, because here's my train of thought. So Washington, that's where all the politics are. President lives there. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing, though. Did they name Washington after George Washington?
Probably, yeah.
So where does New Jersey come from?
I don't know.
Or Texas?
They all probably have. They're not just picking random names. They got to be after something.
Bobby, Texas?
I don't know.
Yeah, so I just didn't know. I was like, wait a second. Was Washington named after George?
Most likely, yeah. After George, your first name basis with the man. Yo, my man, George.
All right, well, I picked the Warhawks. I thought it was a good name. A little alliteration. WW.
I like that, yeah, absolutely.
War, freedom, represents like fighting war in Washington, where the army, and the Hawks are always flying in the sky. So my thing is, Hawks are flying in the sky. They see everything what's going on. The government sees what's going on at all times. Hence, Washington Warhawks.
Okay. Yeah, no, I like the logic. The logic makes sense, for sure.
All right, then my second name, the Washington Generals. Now, I know they already are Washington General. Well, are they Washington? Or, I don't know. The Harlem Globetrotters plays this team at every show, and they're called the Generals. I don't think they're Washington Generals.
I think they might be.
I don't think so.
Doesn't matter. Continue.
But regardless, they lose every game. I think the Generals, won 1 time by accident against the Globetrotters. Like it wasn't supposed to happen.
They did. They won 1.
Could you imagine going to the show and the Generals, these Joe Schmoes, beat the Harlem Globetrotters at the show you go to? But regardless, I thought it was a good name. It fits the Redskins. They don't win a lot. They're not a good team. So I figured the Generals was a good idea. So the Washington Warhawks, number 1 answer. They should definitely take that name. And then the Washington Generals. So let's hear these names that they're leaning towards. They clearly haven't heard Warhawks yet.
No, they haven't. We can write it to them and say, hey, this is our opinion. This is what you should do. The current front runners, we looked it up, are the Washington Warriors, which is like okay. And as Ryan said, I like the alliteration part, like the WW. But I mean, we do have a professional team that's already the Warriors.
Yeah.
So I don't like that.
Unoriginal.
I mean, there's a lot of professional teams, and like I guess the names are getting scarce at this point.
No, they're not.
But like, dude, you already have the Warriors. Like that's.
Well, they did say that they wanted to stay away from any native, right? Like
Yeah.
Any Native American imagery.
Yeah, and I think the Warhawks actually feel as though it's like a tribe name.
Yeah. There you go. It's got like 3 meanings.
No, I like it, but that's the whole point. They're trying to stay
they don't
away
want
from
to do a
it.
tribe. That's not a
I don't
tribe.
know. We'll
name.
talk. We'll talk to them and see what's up. And the other one is the Washington Red Tails. So I don't know how you feel about that, but
Red Tails. I don't like it. You know why I don't like it?
why?
Because it's not the Warhawks. That's why I don't like it.
My name, yeah, your name's better than all the other names, no matter what. So, and then so let us know. I don't know if you have any suggestions. Put in the comment section if you're on YouTube. If you want to DM us some names.
I mean, I doubt it because I don't think anybody's gonna have anything better than Warhawks. So I mean, don't waste your time if you're gonna take the other 5 seconds and go jump rope or something. Then our second subtopic for sports, we know my man Patty Mahomes just signed a mega contract. Let me get the details. It's a lot of cash. 12-year contract he just signed with the Chiefs. $141 million plus incentives. So Mahomes could earn up to $502.631 million over the next 12 years if he hits all of his incentives. $500 million. What would you do with that money, Paul?
$500 million. First, I buy a nice house, probably a boat, nice helicopter. Might as well.
A helicopter?
Yeah, dude. You don't want to fly everywhere.
Not really.
Buy anything I ever wanted. Like you just like. I don't know. Well, 500. No.
Well, great answer, Paul. This is going great.
500 mil. No, I like the boats. I like the toys. Like you buy like a boat, a helicopter, a plane, submarine.
So this contract, he's 24 years old, which is crazy. I mean, this dude's going to be in so many Super Bowls, win so many MVPs. It's the richest contract in NFL history, with an average annual salary of 45 mil. I can't speak to that. 45 mil. You know what also made me think of this contract?
What?
Was that Bryce Harper, when he goes to bat, like every at bat,
Yeah.
he makes more per at bat than the annual or the average salary of a Philadelphia citizen.
That's crazy.
That dude can go up there and watch 3 balls go by him for 3 strikes, not even take the bat off his shoulder, and he just made more than the average person in Philadelphia.
That's insane. That's what's crazy with sports.
That's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm trying to watch it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Baby.
Let's go. All right, so I thought it would be a good idea to play this little game with Paul. We're going to play a little family feud style.
You're singing a lot today.
Family feud.
Okay.
So we're going to have the top 5 answers on the board. It's going to be the top 5 most... I don't even know what the topic is, actually. What is it?
I don't know. You told me.
Oh, the highest paid athletes of the past decade.
Okay.
All right? So let me pull up the list. You get 3 strikes. You know how Family Feud works.
I do.
If you're listening at home, play along. Get those guesses. Fuel in your brain.
So
Hold
Ryan,
on, let me pull up the list, Paul.
So Ryan told me about this last night and said, hey, like, we're going to be doing Family Feud, but you can't look up the answers. I try to know as much as I can with sports, but I'm definitely not as in tune with it as Ryan, so I thought this would be fun. And I'm really curious to see how this will go.
Top 5 highest paid athletes of the decade according to Forbes. Here we go. You got 3 strikes. Let's hear your first guess, Paul.
Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper?
Wait, you doing contracts, or what do you mean? Like, largest
highest paid.
Of
the decade. Whoever made the most money in sports. It's too late. You already got an X. First X. That's horrible. That's 1 X. I saw this coming. There's an X right there. All right. Second guess. This isn't going well.
Tiger Woods. What?
He's number 6 on the list.
Wow.
Not
okay.
top 5.
Okay. So
Tiger Woods makes $615 million this past decade.
Okay.
That's a lot of money. But there's 5 more people that you're not gonna get. All right, let me give you a hint because you're so bad at this.
No, I got one.
I got one. Can I just give you a hint?
No, I got one. Let me do it. I got one.
Are you trying to look at my list?
No. I think I got one.
All right, go ahead.
Floyd Mayweather.
Absolutely. Floyd Money Mayweather,
Oh,
number one.
Okay, there we go. Got one.
$915 million in the past decade. I mean, they call him Floyd Money
that's
Mayweather
crazy.
for a reason. Great fighter. Fast hands. All right, so there you go. There's number one. Cross that off the list. You have one strike left.
I'm gonna try to go with a.
Do you want a hint?
A soccer player.
That's a good idea. You know, that's a good idea because there's two in the top.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
And you probably only know two, to be honest.
Yeah, Ronaldo.
Ding, ding, ding.
And
Can I get the Ronaldo's number two? So look at that. You get two X's off the bat. Then you go 1, 2. Bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
So Cristiano Ronaldo makes $800 million in this past decade. That's where the money is. Soccer. El fútbol.
And then we're gonna go with Messi.
Messi. There you go. Paulie Forto's getting hot.
That's what I'm talking about.
Messi makes $750 million this past decade.
All right,
That's three. So now you need number 4 and number 5.
Okay.
And you have one strike left. Did you just want to get those 2 strikes just to create a little drama?
That's what I do. Shout out if you know Dean Troilo. That's what Dean used to say all the time. He's like, I'm just trying to create a little drama. That's what I'm doing. But it's my thing now, Dean.
All right, so 4 or 5.
I want to go to basketball.
Okay.
Is that a good thing if I go to if I go to basketball?
You don't get any more hints.
Okay. Best basketball player of all time. We're gonna go with LeBron James.
Ding, ding, ding. The king. Notice how Paul said the best basketball player of all time because he's better than Michael Jordan. He is. He's just a better all-around player than Michael. I'm not getting into this.
Yeah,
this could be an hour in
started.
itself. LeBron James, number 4th, most paid. I don't even know how to. I always keep saying it wrong. It's like the highest paid the past decade.
There you go.
$680 million. All right, number 5 for the win. Comes down to this. 1 strike left, 1 on the board. If you don't get it, oh!
You okay?
Absolutely. If you don't get it, they can steal it at home. For the win.
All right, so I did basketball. I want to go football.
Okay. There's not a lot of money in football, but go ahead. I have mic issues.
I don't really know another soccer. I know the one.
Did you know that Family Feud has like time limit? So I think you'd have an X by now because you're taking so long.
No, I'm trying to think. I'm not gonna get it.
Probably not.
Oh, is it a tennis player?
I'm not
I think it's a tennis player. Let's go. There's a lot of money in tennis. Okay, let's go tennis.
Just guess.
What are they? I don't know. It'd be Roger Federer.
No way.
Is it him?
Ding ding ding.
Let's go.
Paul wins the Family Feud edition of top 5 most paid players of the past decade.
Dude, I'm kidding.
Roger Federer was number 5 at $640 million. Tiger Woods was 6th.
Damn. Tiger.
Phil Mickelson 7. Manny Pacquiao 8. Kevin Durant 9. And Lewis Hamilton, NASCAR guy, breaking the top 10 of the decade.
Phil Mickelson, I wouldn't think of that.
But I'm really proud of you, Paul. That Family Feud, you really surprised me, man. That Roger Federer at 5, that was a tough one.
That's what I do.
I mean, you got a couple hints. But I'm proud of you.
Yeah, creating a little drama. That's what I do.
All right, so next thing we want to talk about, just something real quick is what I thought would be kind of funny, just because Paul has a funny story about this, is our most traumatizing injuries of our life. Like, what was an injury for you where you were like it's very traumatizing, like you don't forget it, and there's a reason why. And I'll just give a little teaser of your story is that his nickname, Paulie Fortos, came from this story. So let's hear your most traumatizing. Don't make it long. Just
I'll do a little
touch
quick
base
thing.
about your how you ran your toe over with a lawnmower. So let's hear this story.
All right, thanks Ryan. So thanks for giving away the punchline to that story.
Absolutely.
So
I'm getting pretty good at it.
no, I don't think so.
What? All right. Let's
talk
hear
about
your most traumatizing story.
Traumatizing story. I was a junior in high school. I used to mow lawns here in Stratford at the hometown, and I had about 4 or 5. And basically one day I was mowing the lawn.
Okay.
I was going up a hill. Lawnmower got jammed a little bit. And
how big was this hill? Was it like a big hill?
It was a good sized hill. Yeah, good sized hill.
I don't know how I thought you would answer that question.
I was trying to, put the, I got a measurement tape out, measured the hill, said, hey, but kind of, my foot got caught underneath the lawnmower. I was wearing sneakers. I actually still have the sneakers. They're here. And
are you going to frame them?
Yeah, that would be cool. You know, they got a huge gash in it, but I basically cut my right foot, and with the lawnmower made a big bang. Lawnmower stopped. I jumped out and basically like looked down at my foot. It was a big gash basically in my right shoe, and I couldn't see anything. There was just blood gushing. So blood gushing, whatever. I sat down. You know, I didn't know what to do. I was 17 or 18, 17. And I
You didn't know how to put your toe back on?
No,
I thought you would know how to do that.
I sat there on the lawn, and this was so funny about it, was that the lawn that I was doing was literally a one-time thing. So I had like 4 or 5 lawns on the street. A neighbor who was moving, I didn't know them at all, a neighbor who was moving said, hey, you know, we're moving, we put the house up for sale, we want to keep the lawn like manicured. Can you cut it? I'll pay you like $25.
Oh, someone got a manicure.
I said
and it wasn't the lawn.
No. I said, yeah, sure, like I'll do it. I'll be be back next week. He said, okay, no problem. So I literally never do that lawn. I didn't really know anybody like too close. So I sat down on the lawn, called my dad, didn't answer. My dad was up the street, literally didn't answer. Called my mom, who's down like other way down the street. She didn't answer. So I don't know what to do. I'm sitting there.
Call the ambulance?
Nah. So
your toe was off.
I don't know, dude. You're in it's a weird situation where I didn't feel any pain at that time. Like I wasn't crying.
It was like adrenaline, probably.
Yeah, adrenaline completely had. I'm just like, okay, no pain. Neighbor comes out, says, it's a grandmother. She goes, hey, like, are you okay?
Granny helped you out?
And I was like, no, I think
she was probably there really speedy.
She goes, are you okay? I said, no, I think I cut my foot. She goes, okay, I'll go get my son. So she comes. It's his house. So all I hear is like, oh, I heard he cut his foot. You know, go see him. Go see if he's okay. I hear the guy and he goes, I think he's fine. Like he's not crying. I doubt it's anything big. Comes over, looks at my foot, almost throws up, and he's like, okay, hold on. Goes, gets his wife. She comes back. They wrap my foot up.
A family affair?
Dude, I know.
Family feud of Paul's toe getting back together.
Everybody came out. She came out. She wrapped my foot. Next to her neighbor goes, oh, I heard her.
Then the grandchild came out and he tried to help you. Then the cousins came over.
Everybody came out, man, and
none of them could save your toe.
No. Well, basically, no. We saved him, but
him. We saved him.
You know, my little guy.
Okay.
So I don't know what to do. In that time, it was maybe like 5-10 minutes. My dad pulls up with his truck. Thank God he came through. The guy who was helping me out, the neighbor, says, he cut his foot. Like, we got to get him in the car. So we rushed into the truck. My dad, once I hit the truck seat, dude, immediately started bawling. Like, lost it, felt all the pain.
What a wimp.
So, yeah.
God.
You cut your foot open with a huge blade. We drive past my house, which is about 30 seconds down the street. My mom, my stepdad are on the front porch just chilling, having like a nice tea, nice spring day. It's like 4 o'clock on a Sunday. And my dad like beeps the horn real loud, goes, yo, he cut his foot, we're taking him to the hospital. So we run, go to the hospital. They had to call in a specialist, but you know, my foot's like
specialist?
Yeah, like a foot doctor.
Foot fetish?
No. Not anymore with this foot.
All right.
But, you know, I was in the hospital. I was on crutches. I got
glad to see you're okay.
26 stitches. Yeah, dude, I'm fine.
God,
I'm glad.
26 stitches.
If you lose your big toe, you can lose some, stability. But I only lost a little bit.
I could imagine.
I only lost a little bit.
Rocking all over the place.
Yeah, a little bit of bone stitched up.
Did you like stay overnight or no?
No, we left at like 10 or 11 o'clock. They had to do some x-rays and stuff, but I was on crutches for like 3 weeks. We went to prom. We went to prom. I was wearing the boot. Well, I didn't wear the boot. I like shoved my foot into a tuxedo shoe.
Nice.
And everybody was like, "Nah, you shouldn't do that, man. Your toe's still healing. This, that, and the other." And then prom weekend, I was walking around with the boot like all weekend.
Nice.
So that's my little traumatizing story. If you didn't know it, that's where the nickname Paulie Four Toes came from. I sent my friends a picture of my toe. Like, they couldn't really see it, but it was a picture of me, my foot covered with blood on it, in the hospital room. And I sent it to our group chat at the time, and the first thing was like, no, are you okay? You know, what happened? It was like, I said, hey, like, I'm in the hospital. I cut my toe. First thing, my buddy Mike goes, oh, Paulie Four Toes cutting his feet. I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, and then the nickname has stuck for years. So.
You embrace it, though.
Yeah, only 4 toes. That's what we do.
You saved the freaking shoes.
I did. I saved the shoes, and it's a memory I'll show my kids.
That's nice.
What's your story?
Mine's not that traumatic.
Well, I'm glad.
Didn't lose any toes or anything, but no, mine was just. So my shin is numb. Like I literally, if you touch my shin, I have like little feeling, but like not total 100% feeling. So it was an 8th grade ski trip. I was really contemplating going or not. I was a fat kid. Wasn't good at rib sticking. Wasn't good at.
Oh, I remember that. I was there. I didn't know this was from that trip.
Yeah, that ski trip. So I was never good at like skateboarding. Couldn't rib stick. Any of those like extreme sports I couldn't do. But I was good at Helian. I guess that's a verb. The Heelys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rocked those. But yeah, so we went to the ski trip in 8th grade. I was like, all right, I'm not going to try skiing. I'm going to do snowboarding. So I get there. I'm like in the practice area just trying to work on just standing up. And just standing on the board. Because like snowboarding and skiing is probably one of the hardest things I've ever done. Besides paddleboarding. Like that's another extreme sport. Like I was paddleboarding in like Jamaica. And I couldn't stand on the board. I'm like falling over. It was horrible. We rented it for 30 minutes. I was out there for 30 seconds. He's like, you brought it back so soon. I was like, yeah. I can't do it. But regardless, I'm in the practice area. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go down this. I'm like literally to the side of the practice area because I was embarrassed just to anybody to see me in the practice area on a snowboard. So I'm like, all right. So I start going down the little hill. Out of nowhere, this little kid, he was like 3 years old on a snowboard with little goggles and everything. Looks like he was like Tony Hawk of snowboard. No, Shaun White. There we go.
There you go.
He was like Shaun White. Cuts in front of me, and I have no idea how to stop. I have no idea how to veer. So I just like kind of just hit the kid. I like tackle the kid. I stumble. I hit like an electric pole, and my snowboard's stuck under the electric pole. And I literally can't move. My leg hurts so bad. I'm sitting there screaming in the practice area. It's not even a hill.
Yeah,
like they have the bunny hill, and then they have the practice area. And this is where my injury happened, the practice area. So I'm literally stuck in my snowboard under this electric pole. Don't know why I was near there. Little kid little shit just got in my way. And some girl had to like run over to me and unclip me from my snowboard because I was stuck. And I just was like, thank you. I like literally just like wobbled back to the like rest area and just sat there for 8 hours the whole day. And now my shin is like numb.
And
forever.
never snowboarding again.
No, I will never go snowboarding again. I'll never go skiing again. Dude, I'll never go paddleboarding again. Have you paddleboarded?
No, but it's supposed to be a relaxing thing to do.
I know. My sister was good at it. My other cousins were just flopping all over the place. Waves are going everywhere. I couldn't do it. It's literally impossible. They're like, oh, just look at the horizon and you'll be all right. I'm like wobbling and falling off. So like extreme sports aren't my thing. My shin's numb. No snowboarding, no skateboarding, no rib sticking, no paddleboarding. It's not my thing, Paul.
No.
I'll stick to like baseball and basketball and stuff like that.
Yeah, or podcasting.
Or podcasting. Or Helian.
No, Helian.
Helian.
Helian?
Yeah, it's a verb now. I just made it.
Nice.
We should get Heelys back. Did they ban them from malls? I remember I was just
for a while, yeah.
Always get my Heelys on. Who decides to put wheels in shoes?
I don't know, man. Whoever's trying to make money.
I love those Heelys. I had like 3 pairs.
Okay, yeah. Whose idea was it? Yeah, here it is. Here's my $50, $60. I'll get 3 pairs.
All right. So what's our next topic, Paul?
Last week, we asked you to send us in a TikTok.
And we appreciate all the submissions, but we narrowed it down to 1.
Yeah,
so we couldn't pick all of them.
No.
But we do appreciate all you guys sending them in or whatnot. But Paul has the winner.
So we have the winner.
I mean, it's not really a winner.
It's a winner. It's our favorite. It's our favorite that we picked. Right. This is a friend of ours. Her name's Mia Peguero.
Mia Peguero.
And this is her TikTok right now. So if you're watching on YouTube, check it out. And if you're listening, we'll play it for you. Here it is.
And if you call me a bitch, better put Jersey in front of it. Pale ass hoe. My way, or the Garden State Parkway.
All right, thank you, Mia.
Aggressive.
Yeah,
It's a little aggressive.
But it's New Jersey. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, it's 100% Jersey. It's very Jersey Shore-ish. I'm a big Jersey Shore guy. Top shelf. I like it, man. It's aggressive. It's what we are as Jerseyans.
Yeah,
Jerseyans.
Exactly.
Is that what we call each other?
Jerseyans?
Jersey.
Yeah, that's what.
I love it. Passion. funny. I laughed at it.
Yeah, had a good amount of likes on it. It got some good views.
Not everything's about likes, Paul.
I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta, but be true to yourself and then the views. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it. Yeah.
So thanks to Mia.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, baby, Mia. Nice work.
Absolutely, Mia. Let's go. Congrats on the win. The win. I hate it's not a win.
Nah, she won. Good job, Mia.
Go follow her on TikTok.
We'll put the ad here. Follow me on TikTok. Next thing, right?
Oh yeah. So we want to keep this audience interaction going.
Absolutely.
So all you non-TikTokers out there, you might be up for this challenge. So in college, I'm not gonna flaunt my abilities, but I was called Daddy Funnel, where like the beer funnel, you like funnel the beer.
Yeah,
I was pretty fast at it.
The beer bomb.
I'm pretty good at it. The beer bomb. Yeah, exactly. So absolutely.
Absolutely.
Let's go. So yeah, so our idea this week is I'm gonna get a beer, just a Bud Light or whatnot, pour it into a clear cup, not a red Solo, a clear cup so we can see the beer. Paul's gonna get a stopwatch, and I'm gonna chug it, and we're gonna get the time, and then we're gonna post the video, post the time on social media on our Instagram page. Then, if you think you could beat my time, submit a video, DM it to us, and if you beat my time or the fastest, not just beat the time because multiple people could beat me, but if you get the fastest time, we'll post a video just like we posted Mia's TikTok and give you some clout. Clout.
Yeah, some clout.
Is it clout or clout?
It's clout.
Clout.
Come on.
Give you some clout.
Oh my god.
I'm getting so much better as the show goes on.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
We like the interaction, so definitely do that. And so our next thing, we want to talk about movie of the week. So we like talking about some movies. We did Hamilton, and that was more of a.
It was alright.
It was a recent release. It was a Broadway show. It was a little, it was a musical as well. So we want to do something different this week and go back to an old, like a classic film. And Netflix has a bunch of really cool classic films that they have on there. And we found, we thought, we should do a classic film starring Robert De Niro and Jodie Foster. If you have seen the film, go watch it again. Ryan and I have never seen it. It is Taxi Driver. So Taxi Driver came out in 1976. Super classic film, and we've both never seen it, so we're gonna check it out this week. And
I love how you spell Robert De Niro on the Google Drive.
Yeah, it's
starring Robert De Niro.
De Niro.
Denerio.
There you go, baby.
And Jodie, is that how you? That's definitely
I think
not how you
that's
spell it.
Jodie Foster.
Not
De Niro. I don't know, man.
De Niro.
Well, go check out that film.
Yeah, Taxi Driver.
We'll be talking about it
I
next
don't know
week.
much about it, but we'll break it down.
Yeah, we'll be talking about it next week. So that's our movie of the week, and now on to bet of the week. What do you got, Ryan?
Okay, so these are getting kind of tough just because of the COVID-19 shenanigans. Absolutely. Yeah, so all this COVID-19 shenanigans.
Why is that the word? Shenanigans. It's crazy shenanigans going on over here.
Yeah, bet of the week. Paul, this is a serious topic.
Okay. Yeah.
We still got Max Holloway. It didn't happen yet. I mean, it's so out of order. Well, I'll break that down eventually on the show, whenever it happens. But the bet of the week, Tiger returns to Memorial. Paul, you excited?
I'm excited to see Tiger always when he's playing golf, man.
First tournament back with the PGA since the COVID-19. So there's no betting lines out yet, but we're going to do a bet for Tiger to win a matchup for the tournament. So it's either going to be Tiger against either John Rahm, Justin Rose, Justin Thomas, probably Brooks Koepka, one of those. So we're going to go Tiger against them for the whole tournament. I'll check out the lines. When the lines drop, I'll post it on Instagram. We might even double up and go Tiger top 20 finish, but definitely stay tuned on the Instagram page. It's just hard because the timing of when we film the podcast and when we release it, it's like not the weekend, but it is, so it's like complicated. Like there's no NBA. Once the NBA picks up, once MLB picks up, we'll have picks for you on a daily basis or whatnot. So Tiger this week, big on Tiger. Paul's a big Tiger guy.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Now it's just a thing. So that's our movie of the week, bet of the week. Check those out, and we'll talk about them on the following podcast. And stay tuned on Instagram as well. We'll keep you updated with those things on Instagram. So follow us. IG is at Life's a Party podcast. They're all underscores between the words. So
we love you guys hitting us up. We love that you guys love the intro podcast. We're still filling out things. with the mics or whatnot. So hopefully this has good quality. Hopefully it has good entertainment. Hopefully you laugh with us. Let's keep this thing rolling, man.
Yeah, so we got the IG. Stay with us on there. We're doing the podcast on Spotify. It's hitting other platforms as well, Google Podcasts and other things. So most places where you can check out podcasts, you can check us out now. And watch us on YouTube as well. So if you are listening on Spotify or through your phone, if you want to check out the full video, there are on YouTube as well. So at Life's a Party is the channel. So check us out there, and we appreciate you guys listening. I think it's been a good first episode. What do you think, Ryan?
You already know. Music, take us out, baby. We're out.
Da 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 da.